Daftest, the daftest or weirdest player you ever played with or against? Right, who wants to kick that one off? Daftest player you ever played with or against? Darryl, go on.
Well, I played with Gareth Batty, who fell off his moped, pissed up without helmet and waited for the police to arrive. Believe it or not, I'm not going to go with him, I'm going to go with Jack Shantry. He's a Julian Clary lookalike, and everything he does is weird, like from his bowling action to the way he bats, to the way he fields. He looks every bit, nothing coordinated, nothing could possibly be a professional sportsman of any magnitude, but he's got an amazing ability of doing a great job, so he survived somehow.
He says he's eccentric, not weird.
Yeah, well, I'd say weird.
John, you must have come across some very strange characters.
Yeah, strangely enough. Quite a number actually, most of them at Arsenal. It's nothing to do with the drink, of course. But, yeah, when I first went down to Arsenal in 1983, I went for the princely sum of, I think it was 70,000 quid, which in today's money is probably 65. And the guy that signed that summer with me was a guy called Charlie Nicholas. Some of you might be familiar with Charlie on Sky, etc. Now Charlie was the Wayne Rooney of the day. He signed for Arsenal for 750,000 quid. So there's me at 75 grand, Charlie at 750. Now, what used to happen was that you used to get relocation. We were both young lads, and the club put us up in a country club called the Terry Newell Country Club. Well, to say it was an eye-opener is an understatement. Charlie was nicknamed Champagne Charlie. Charlie was out all over the place, and me being me, I just had to go along and protect him. And some of the scrapes that he got into. One night, I went to bed one night, and he said, "Big man," he says, "I'm not feeling so good." I said, "Well, look, we're in at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'll give you a knock at 9. So he says, "All right." So phone goes at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I picked it up and went, "Big man, it's Charlie." I said, "Ah, Charlie, yeah. What are you ringing me for?" I said, "We're into training because we had separate rooms." I said, "We're into training for 10 o'clock. He says, "Not me." I says, "Why not?" He says, "I'm in Glasgow." He jumped in his car. He jumped in his car and driven all the way to Glasgow because he was homesick. So he didn't train the following day. But the sequence of events after that, he ended up buying a house. The club called us in one day. They said the relocation was 6 weeks. That's what we got. So the club secretary, a guy called Ken Fry, calls us in. And he says, "Listen lads, you're going to have to move out of this country club because they were paying for it. You're going to have to move out." He says, "You were supposed to be there 6 weeks. You're now 6 months in. You've got to move out." So Charlie bought a house by this time, which was a good thing because I moved in with Charlie. And yeah, some of the events and some of the ladies that turned up, I'll tell you the story. He turned up with, I'm sure you've heard of the Beverly Sisters. There was a group called the Little Foxes. And he turned up with one of those back at the house. I'm in bed. I've not been out with him. I'm in bed. And I could hear him coming up the stairs, giggling and laughing and all sorts. So he turns up the next morning, and he said, "Come on, then, big man. We're going in training." I said, "Well, Charlie, no, I've got a day off." And we only had one car. My car was outside. His car was in for service. So he said, "Well, how am I going to get in the ground?" I said, "Well, look, just take my car." He said, "But I've got a bird in the bed." I said, "Well, you better take her with you because I'm not taking her in there." Right, okay, fine. So anyway, off he goes to training. Now this girl was dressed in short skirt, high heels, flimsy top, purse. You've got the picture? Gets back from training. I said, "How did you go on the track?" "Fine, yeah, no problem." I said, "What did you do with the girl?" He said, "I dropped her off at the bus stop. 9 o'clock in the morning. Dropped her off at the bus stop. When she was over." But that's just one of the stories. I'll spare you the rest.
Kicks, the world of rugby is littered with some strange characters.
Yeah, you talked about weirdness, and there's a lot. I mean, rugby is full of weird and wonderful characters. But I think one of the weirdest men, mainly because he's so tiny. there was a Scotsman, funny enough, and you may remember John Jeffrey, his name is. He was a farmer from Kelso. And in '89 we were touring on the Lions tour to Australia. And we all met up in the hotel before we actually flew out for warm weather training, they called it, and everything else. And as I said earlier, the tours in them days weren't your little 5-week Lions tours, you know, 6-week tour. It was like a 3.5 months tour. And I'm sharing a room with him on the eve before we fly out in London, just outside London. And he looks round to me, John Jeffrey, the Scottish farmer, and he looks round to me and he said, "Gareth, do you think £45 would be enough?" He took £45 for 3.5 months. But this is where he comes in. I'm talking about Canny here now. We get to Australia, Perth. He spent his £45 in one lot on white t-shirts. He got the squad to sign them. He then had somebody from his village that happened to be on tour selling them outside each game. The mark of the man is he put £450 in what was then our beer kitty, and he went home with 611. Never trust a Scotsman. Great man, though, great man.
Well, there's only one, it's got to be one, and I'm sure these people remember him. He was from Nottinghamshire. His name was Derek Randall. Well, this bloke was from a different planet, I'll tell you. We had a team meeting in the Seabull Townhouse in Sydney before the Test series, and Mike really gave us half an hour speech on motivation and incentive and how to bring the Ashes back to England, and it was brilliant. Really motivational. Then we had half an hour from Brearley and then quarter an hour from the vice captain, Bob Willis, who gave us some hypnotic ramblings. Then it was left to anybody else who wanted to say anything, and Randall stood up and said, "Well, this England team's not done very well against Australia for a long time now. It's time we rose from the ashes like a pheasant." In our change room was a fellow from Middlesex and Cambridge University, Philip Edmonds. Remember him? Yeah. He stood up at the back of this team room and said, "I think you mean Phoenix." Randall said, "Well, I knew it was some bird beginning with F." This fella, I've got to use a word. Sorry, we're not going to use any bad words here. I've got to use a word that was used on this occasion because we played against Australia again at Sydney, right? And we bowled them out for 220. We're 40 for naught. Mike really, as I say, captain, he said, "Put your pads on, Dusty, your night watchman." Right, okay. So. Jeff Boycott's bowled by Dennis Lilly. I've done quarter of an hour, did alright, with 45 for 1 overnight, no swearing, no sledging. Following morning arrives, everything's hunky-dory for half an hour, and Mike Brearley's out, 65 for 2. So Randall is now next in. He's got the helmet and the cap on, he's had a practice shot in the mirror, he's on his way down through the gate, and he's halfway to the middle, and he's looking round. And he's saying hello to all the Australian fielders. They were not happy. He gets towards the middle, he's 30 yards from the middle. Dennis Lilly is 40 yards at the end of his mark. I'm non-striker, keep it shut, don't upset them, they've been great viewers, there's no stupid comments. And he turned to Dennis Lilly and said, "Hey, Dennis, I'm not bowling so quick this morning, you look knackered, I've been on the nest all night." So Dennis Lilly's marker went back 20 yards and the wicketkeeper went back 20 yards. I assessed the situation from the non-striker then and said to him, 2s and 4s only, I'm not running. And the long story is that he got 147 and I got 8. This bloke was a different size.
I never played top class sport like these blokes. The daftest bloke I ever played was a lad called Will, who played in our cricket team. We called him Chernobyl because he was a slow reactor. he couldn't work out why his sister got 2 brothers and he only had 1. It's a true story. We went on a cricket tour to Sussex. Oh, yeah, I know. I'll laugh tomorrow. We're in Gloucestershire here, mate. You're laughing. Well, it's a true story. We went on a cricket tour to Brighton, and we said to Will, look, not being homophobic, but we said, like, Brighton is the gay capital of Britain, so, yeah, just be careful. And we lost him one night, and the next morning he came down to breakfast and said, what happened to you, Will? He said, oh, I ended up in one of them gay bars, brothers. I said, oh yeah. I said, how do you know it was a gay bar? He said, the bloke I was dancing with told me. I said, did you leave? He said, no, we were in the final.